This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ Bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
You are listening to Let's Chat Soon podcast. We are so excited that you're embarking on this journey with us. Let's Chat Soon is a space where we chat all things body, soul, and spirit. How when you align all three, you unlock a full life. A healthy you is the best gift that you can give to grow the kingdom into those you love.
Welcome back to another week's episode. I'm your host, Alexis.
I'm Mackenzie.
Whoa!
Yeah, we're recording with a view today.
We have to we'll share this with a story on Instagram or something because this is insanity. We are literally across the world.
I've been in Europe before and I'm like, haha, I'm across the world. No.
This is actually if you were to just hop over, on top.
Okay, can we update people of we're going to do another week's episode next week of the backstory on why we're here, diving into your singleness. But how did this even come about?
Quite literally?
Quite literally.
Oh, we got broken up, dumped on the same day. Mackenzie posted on our private Snapchat or something about being broken up, and I spiked up and I was literally same girl. And then I don't remember the conversation of us being all right, we're going to Asia. But I know you've always wanted to do this, and I've always wanted to do this.
I said if I was single at the start of 2025, I would spend the first few months in Asia. And it wasn't necessarily the first few months because I had a wedding and a friend's baby shower and a couple other things that I was already tied to. But so this is, I think it's still the beginning of the year. It's March, it's early year. But
it's kind of funny because I had planned at least this Vietnam. I had talked about doing this with my ex.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we'll dive into that fully, I feel next week's episode, because I'm super excited to talk about. I've never traveled without a boyfriend. This is the first time I've traveled with a group of friends.
Isn't it so much fun?
It has changed my life. I don't want to even say anything about it, but it's changed my life.
And it's been a week. We've been here a week.
Only been 7 days. Yeah.
Today's a week.
I feel like my life is so changed.
Oh, so
crazy.
Okay, so we've been here a week. We are now in high spirits. If we were to have recorded this podcast 4 or 5 days ago, you guys probably would have thought these girls are going to be home next week. We don't have return flights.
No,
we have no return flights yet. I will probably be getting mine this week, maybe every other day. I'm staying longer. I'm leaving. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm homesick.
I have to be la la la. I'm not listening because I'm I want you to stay, obviously, but I want you to do whatever you need to do. And I was we'll just see what she decides.
This trip has been all over the place.
Yes, for me too. I mean, I've said the same thing. I'm oh yeah, no, I'm not going to Bali. I'm going home. But now things are better, like you said.
Yeah. Okay. So beginning of the trip. So we landed in Hanoi on Wednesday, the 20th? No. 18th. I had no idea. 19th.
We flew out the 18th.
We flew out the 18th, landed in Hanoi, Vietnam on the 19th. And that trip was honestly, guys, I've had 2-hour flights that were worse than that whole leg.
I had a great time on the flight. I was nervous because, I've taken long flights before. I visited Turkey. I visited Europe. Those were 10 hours. So this was 15 hours on one plane. 16 hours on one plane. Plus we had a 2-hour flight to Atlanta and then 5-hour flight from North Korea to Vietnam. But you're not realizing where you're wrong. South Korea! Oh my gosh, no, that's so embarrassing. North Korea casually. Wow. I was just kind of going with that. I thought you were laughing at the fact that that's kind of crazy that I'm saying Korea, but I was saying
Okay.
So
I'm crying. I'm literally crying. Like there's tears in my eyes right now.
South Korea. To me, that one's just as insane. Well, like, not really, but anyway.
Seoul, South Korea, to
Seoul,
Vietnam. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Tears.
So we had like a 26-hour travel day. And that's the longest travel day I've ever had. It was honestly the smoothest travel day
I had so much fun.
I've ever had.
Oh my gosh. Like, I literally felt like I was in a little bubble. I was just watching movies, sleeping, eating.
I also will say the long flights that I've taken have always been American. And I'm an American hater until the day I die.
I hate America.
I hate America.
I've never had a smooth American flight.
No.
I've always had problems.
Literally the worst.
Yeah. Hopefully they like don't want to sponsor us.
If they want to sponsor us, sorry. Honestly, I would say no.
I think I would too. Like my parents even, they've had problems and they fly like every week and they will never fly American either.
On our way to Mexico, Marie, again, literally pregnant, no one knew at the time, but they canceled our flight, our 10 p.m. flight. And we're like, sorry, you're rebooked to 6 a.m. I was like, you're going to make a pregnant woman sleep on the floor? And they're like, yep. And I'm like,
they don't care. I will trash America till the day I die. I was just in Costa Rica a few weeks ago and they just canceled my ticket without telling anyone. So I get to the airport, Costa Rica, my whole group had their tickets and I was the only one without. Thank God there was another seat. So I could like book, they like refunded it. No idea. Like, thank God I could buy another one, but that's crazy. Yeah. So many helps.
We love Allegiant. We love Eat the Dad. We love Delta.
Yeah.
All the things.
Great.
And actually insanity.
Okay. Yeah. The flight was a breeze.
And then
that was the easiest part.
We land in Vietnam. So we land at like 9 p.m., go to sleep, honestly, perfectly fine.
I recommend that too, because I've done the opposite where I land in the morning and I try to like stay up all day and the day's like miserable, especially being the first day you're in a new place. You're excited, but you're like so tired. I recommend flying in at night and then just going to bed and then waking up and having the day because that was beautiful.
It was great. We had like probably 5 hours of sleep. We also slept the whole flight. I don't really know how we continued to sleep through the night, but we slept pretty well through the night. We were up early nonetheless, but you want to be up early when you're traveling anyways. So we still are up early. I've still been up at 6 every single day.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical from a normal routine too.
Today was the first day I slept in until 7:30 and it was very nice.
But
yeah, we get to Vietnam. Vibes are still high.
We're
loving life.
We are thriving. We are dancing through the streets. We are like running around and like, this is
so cool. No, like literally, I said, I can't believe I love it here so much, probably 50,000 times. So happy.
And then we get to lunch.
And we eat our way. The pictures you took on your camera.
Yeah.
Like, I need to post it and be like, little did she know.
It's that trend of like, little did she know. Like, she was going to feel 10 years later. She was about to end up in the freaking hospital. There's your teaser. We ate some pho. I look up and I say, I was like, my stomach doesn't feel so great.
A little gurgly, but like,
she's doing some flips.
Yeah.
No big deal. Food does that to us all the time.
I can't even eat in America. Like we've said, we can't even eat out in America. Like
we're idiots for thinking we are going to be fine. She's an idiot for not taking probiotic before coming.
Crazy behavior from my part. I am embarrassed to admit this on the podcast.
I think that's the only reason you were in the hospital and I was not there with you.
Probably. Yeah.
So a couple hours go by. Alexis is like pulled over on the side of the street and I'm like, oh, we're going to get massages. And she's like, I'm going to yak on the side of the street.
I was like, I was gaslighting myself the whole time. Like, you are fine. You feel good. We got stopped at a coffee shop. I was still like, okay, I had a coffee. We were just sitting there relaxing, reading books. It was so peaceful. At that point, my head was like, I'm fine. Then when we went to that bookstore, I was like, oh dear Lord, no way. Things are about to end very badly. I went to the bathroom. Nothing was happening, but I was like, oh, I feel like death upon me. I have pictures from that too, like trying to act like I was fine. I was not fine. And then, we went to that vintage store.
Yeah.
And I knelt on the ground and I was like, oh yeah, things aren't right.
Something's wrong. I'm like, okay, I have a Zofran back at the place. Let's just like go back real quick. Next thing you know, she is dying in the bathroom. I call a cab. Dying.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, we stopped to get water.
Oh, yes.
We stopped to get water at this restaurant and we like walk in and remember those people were like pointing and laughing. I couldn't even like acknowledge them. I like literally went to the bathroom, vomited, took a video, and I was like, all right, I thought that was like one and done. Like, just get it out of me. I'm good to go. Walk out, feeling a little better still, like I might yak again. And then, yeah, we get back to the hotel, and it's kind of a blur for me. Honestly, I don't remember much.
Also, guys, this hotel. I pride myself. Like, I'm a travel agent. I know hotels. Like,
If you guys
decently well.
could see the hotel we're in now, like, one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed in my life. So, like, 100% you're right.
This hotel had 5 stars. The pictures looks great. We walk into this joint. Let me tell you,
It was wretched.
the worst part of it was the. Wait, I just remembered that there was a woman's underwear in there.
Oh, yes. No, I'm like, who hung their whitey tighties on the door? Not us. Not I.
Another random towel in there.
Yeah.
Mind you, all what we feel like trash.
Like death.
The shower situation. So the shower is on one side of the room. There's like the ledge that's up, obviously, like with a typical shower. And normally there's a curtain. There was 0 curtain there. And the drain for the shower was on the other side of the room, past the toilet, past the sink, other side of the room. So when you shower, all the water overflows and it's in the entire room.
Yeah.
So every time you're in there, you're stepping on wet water. And
you're literally in a tub. And like the mold, I have to do a mold detox when we get back. Like I can't even imagine the mold growing in that place. So then I'm sick. I'm very ill. Now I'm puking like every 10 minutes. I cannot keep water down.
Also, on this floor that is wet and gross and probably moldy.
Yeah. This is the point. We might need to cut this out. I don't know if this is too much for the podcast, but I hit how do I say this? Like a turning point in my life that I feel like everyone experiences. And
I always have like the norovirus or really bad food poisoning. It's like, yeah, I get this.
Both ends. Unexpected. Everywhere. Imagine there's water on the ground. You are in a swimming pool. The toilet is here. I am, and then, and then it spreads because there's water everywhere. And I'm like, oh dear Lord. And I'm like screaming. And the other, like from the bathroom, I'm like, it's coming out like everywhere. You coming out everywhere. Oh, and then I'm like taking towels to try to clean it. I'm like, nobody's stepping there. Like, you're probably going to get a disease. We need to flee the scene. At that was when I was like, oh, it's bad. So at that point,
I'm running to the pharmacy and I'm like, Leah, come with me. We're like a day in a foreign country. And I'm like, let's go. Like streets are interesting vibes in Hanoi, I will say. And we're running there. I get a phone call. Come back. I'm not good. I'm passing out.
Yeah. So I call my mom when I leave. So I'm like, Mom, I feel so bad also because my parents are like scared that me and my little sister are traveling to like across the nation
to a third world.
And I'm like, I fear I might die here, Mother. Your worst nightmare is true. And I think it was like a flight or flight thing where it's like I can hold it together because I'm around people, but when I'm alone, my body just like lets go. And I started like the tunnel vision. Like I could not see anything. I felt like I was gonna pass out. I like crawl outside of the hotel room. So like if I do die, maybe someone will pass by me. But I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm like, I'm going to pass out. Why would I say that to her? She's freaking out. I'm like not responding. So I'm trying to yell for you guys to come back. Finally get a hold of Leah or you.
Yeah.
And you guys just rush back. And then I think we were at another. Oh, we get travel insurance real fast.
This video is sponsored by Safety Wing. No, I mean, actually, I'm linking them below. But yes, we literally are like, wait, it's day 1. We said on day 1 we were going to get travel insurance. So I'm like, crap, Alexis, get your travel insurance right now.
What's your
so I'm literally like filling out her travel insurance. I'm like, passport, credit card, all the things. As I'm like, okay, never made it to the pharmacy. I'm like, all right, we got to go. And then I'm like, where's the closest hospital? Our hotel is like, this one. I'm like, they're closed. What do you want me to do? So now we're booking it through the streets of Hanoi, which, mind you, smells
like
you could not pay me enough money to get the smell those smells again.
Raw meat with
yakking and like,
oh my god,
a dumpster.
Imagine being nauseous, like, you know, when you're nauseous and you smell something bad and I am running through like trying to follow you guys literally out loud. If somebody heard me, I was like, Jesus, please save me from this, please help me. Like I was literally, I'm like, hopefully someone doesn't hear this and like come and take me away because I was just praying out loud, crying and holding my breath because it smells so bad. I'm like, I'm going to puke on the streets.
It's about a 10-minute walk to the hospital. We get to said hospital and no English. Not a lick of it.
No.
So I'm sitting there on Google Translate with the lady being like, she needs an eye, like she's going to pass out. I'm like, also, where's the bathroom? Because she's either going to yak on your floor, like she's going to need the bathroom. It's been 10 minutes since she threw up. She's due. Like,
Due for another?
she is due. We've got to figure
And
this
this is
out.
like aggressive. Like you can't stop it. It's not like it's like, oh, I can hold it for a second. Like, oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
Decided to put that in.
Yeah. So homegirl's like, 2 million dong. I'm like, all right, here's your money. She gets thrown on in a random room. We
And like 10 other people.
10 other people.
Escorted out. I'm sobbing.
And everyone, mind you, is losing their minds over this American.
Pointing and laughing at me. Like,
The doctors
like, this is
and the like other people there. Pointing
This
and
is
laughing.
not the
Like,
time. Like,
"Kiki."
I'm like, it kind of made me feel better because I'm like, all right, if I was dying, like maybe they wouldn't be laughing, but like maybe they would.
Maybe they would. Like they might.
Like maybe this isn't the end. But if you can imagine what a third world country hospital is, that's exactly
Room or
what
bed,
it is.
bed.
All
Needles.
open. I was so scared. I was on the phone with my mom as they're like starting the IV and I didn't see like an alcohol pad. I think it also sucks being a nurse and knowing exactly how to do it. And then being in a foreign country and it's like, okay, if they're not doing it right, like terrifying.
Yeah.
They're like, Mom, they're not going to clean it. I'm going to get a disease. And she's like, tell them. So I'm like pulling up Google Translate. They're yelling at me because they think I'm taking a video. And I'm like, okay, the fact that you're scared of taking a video is also a red flag. Like so many things are going through my head, but also I'm like so uncomfortable and wanting to die that I'm like, anything is better than this.
They kept taking the bag away from you.
They kept taking my puke bag away and like opening the curtains. I'm like, you guys, I'm literally the bed. Like, you don't understand. I don't know.
They threw us out of the room. So I am peeking over the little thing. Like Leah and I are peeking over, being like,
You're like, hello.
is she good? No
She's
idea.
still alive.
Are they like, yeah. No.
They gave me Zofran. They started the IV. I put my eye mask on. I put some worship music in my headphones and I just like tried to calm down. I think I fell asleep.
You did.
And then I didn't get sick after that.
Yeah.
That was like, thank God the last time in the room was the last time.
That's so good.
So yeah. And it was on the mend from there. Then we go home. I don't even remember going home. I don't remember going to sleep. I just remember waking up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, where am I? I had to like for like the whole week I've been like waking up like forgetting we're here.
Yeah.
And so I'm like reminding myself what's happening. But then I felt good. And then they had gone about the next day.
Yeah. She wakes up at 4 a.m. I wake up too. And I'm like, are you good? Like the boat was a collab too. So I'm like, it wasn't very easy to be like, hey, we're canceling. Like it's one thing when you just like lose some money and it's like, okay. But when it was a collab and I wanted more collabs with this brand further down the trip, like they needed to sponsor all of them. I'm like, I got to go regardless. And then I wake up and now I'm feeling like trash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, great. Oh, great. Get on the boat.
This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
I don't think either one of us saw Holland Bay.
No. Beautiful boat, beautiful yacht, beautiful food, like everything. Vibes were so high. Not for us though. Like,
I'm talking about the cave.
oh my gosh, what about it? That was miserable.
I wanted to die.
I wanted to literally pass away.
So you get off onto excursions when you're like in Holland Bay, and one of which is walking a cave, which I'm thinking like, oh, walk in a little cave, like do this little like tiny thing.
Yeah.
No.
I thought we would walk in, walk out. Oh, we were trekking.
We were trekking for like a good 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And I like No, was not well.
Not well at all. Like, wanted to, I don't know what I wanted at that point.
Like, my stomach, I hadn't eaten anything. Well, I ate a little bit of pasta, but I ate that pho that morning. And
this was like the previous day.
The previous
so it had been like
day.
24 hours of no food.
And still had not processed through my body.
Yeah.
So
oh, yeah. I was
feeling,
empty.
I am still feeling everything. And was up until like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Like in my body for 5 days. So I felt just like constant discomfort, being like, I know like I ate something that was not okay. I'm unwell. Like, I'm so unwell.
We would be like mid-conversation and we would just like stop. And I like knew what you were feeling. Like this just cramping of your stomach. Oh.
Yep. Yeah. So I also had a similar experience midway through the boat day where
she just like books it, gets up and leaves. I'm like halfway there. So I'm like, you're fine. I'm no help. I'm in this scenario. My little sister is with us on this trip too. She's
fine.
18.
Wonderful.
And just like totally great. Totally fine. Never sick. I think she was sick
a little bit yesterday.
It's like all hit us at different paces.
Yeah. So that was that. And that was our experience of Hanoi. And then the next morning, woke up, came to Sapa. Sapa saved our lives.
Sapa has been the most magical experience. And I was hesitant because when we first got to Hanoi, I was like, everything was magical, everything was great until it wasn't. So then when we got here, I was like, like treading lightly, like, is it this great? We actually extended our stay because we love it so much. And like yesterday, was that yesterday?
The homestay?
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay. Wow. Time is so weird. But yeah, 2 days ago, genuinely like best day of my life.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like top 5, 100%.
One of my friends, I texted one of my friends. It was like, okay, what the heck do I eat over here? Like, I am unwell. And he's like, Mackenzie, just go to a nice resort and eat for a second. I was like,
that's what we did the first morning you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, that was like the first meal, like June.
We had eaten in probably 5 days. And I'm down. I stepped on a scale. I'm down like 5 pounds. So that's really great.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to build that one back up. But, went to like a nice resort and got like a buffet there. It was like $5 and it was fantastic. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can eat again. Vibes were high. We were thriving. We did that for the morning. I took a ton of pictures. And then we were going to ride this like gondola up to the top of Sapa. And the people were so nice to be like, hey, it's really foggy up there. This is probably not worth your money. Yeah. I'm like, what world would people do that? Not America.
Everyone is so nice here.
So kind.
Like, so kind. Yeah.
That is really made Vietnam for us. Because after that, we did a home trekking. We shopped around for a little bit and then did home trekking, which was so amazing. If you come to Sapa, which if you go to Vietnam and don't go to Sapa, you're an idiot. I'll give you the girl's WhatsApp. We spent like 4 or 5 hours with her, literally trekking miles through Vietnam, and beautiful. Trekking through rice fields. These little like children run up to us and are like selling us bracelets, and Alexis and I are down bad. We're like, take all of our money.
I have like 5 on my body.
I'm like, literally, we're unwell. There's like cows walking through. The only scary part I will say is dogs here.
The dogs are terrifying. You didn't even step towards it. You were just like taking a picture of this puppy, and the mama dog
runs out. And I was like, oh, okay. Luckily thank goodness our guide like snapped back.
She like literally went, like chased it down and got it away. So I am terrified of that. I had a friend that like got bit in Bali and had to fly home like immediately. So yeah.
I had nightmares the next night and was like, what if I get bit by a dog?
Yeah. Here? Stay away from the dogs who come to Vietnam, but everything else,
beautiful.
Yeah, that was such a magical day. And I feel like it was so cool. I've realized I've never been truly like immersed in a third world country's culture and just like seeing how people live and how people are so genuinely happy and content. I don't know. Like I've heard it and I've like seen it online and like movies and stuff and like I have stories about it, but like actually seeing it on foot, on the land, like talking to the people. Yeah. It's the coolest experience of my entire life.
It's really cool how mixed in with the touristy things they take you through the villages. It's not just like we're doing this. They're like, all right, sit down on that stool. You're eating.
You don't feel like you're in a touristy spot at all. You feel like you're literally like, you're in their home.
Which is crazy because a couple people have messaged me about Sapa and they're like, oh, like people said like Sapa was really touristy. I've never felt less in a touristy place and we're in a resort.
Yeah. I could see
maybe the Fanistan, whatever it's called.
Fancy Pan, yeah.
Yeah.
Saying right there. Yeah. Like there's stuff that tourists do here, but I don't know.
So
The home trekking is just such a crazy experience.
this might be very white girl of us, but we probably don't feel like it's touristy because there's not a bunch of like annoying Americans running around.
That is very true. Yeah, I don't think it's like seen an American. The tourists here are like
European.
Yeah.
And from other parts of Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
So it's not
We're
like
we don't know who's
it's not the typical. That's what I said, very white girl of us.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
So we're not necessarily getting that side of it, which is kind of nice. But tonight we are about to leave on the Hajong Loop, which my opinion on this has gone up and down too.
Me and Jordan were talking about that. We think you're gonna love it.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll like tap into
You have that other side.
I have that other side for sure. But I think when I started feeling bad, I started craving high maintenance things. Like I got so high maintenance. The second I was sick, I was like, I need a nice resort. I need a luxury meal. I need Mountain Valley water for the love of God.
I mean, yeah, I felt the same way. I was done.
So I was like up there where I was like, get me the heck out of this like crap hole.
I was scared that she was going to go home. It's like we're on like
it's really funny because Heidi thought the same thing when I moved to England.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we're on an
first 2
episode
weeks.
of like survival. Like what's those survival movies?
My parents always joke that I would literally never, because I don't think anything's worth it for something that you don't want to do.
Yeah. No, you're like very like,
They would be like, oh, $1 million is at stake. I'd be like,
okay.
my time is at stake.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, go make money how I want to make money.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. You will not be forced to do anything, which I love.
Yeah, I'm not a people pleaser. I do not
No.
FOMO. They could fully go on that. And if I wasn't feeling up for it, I got a migraine the first day. I don't get migraines ever anymore. And I was terrified of like, hey, some of my like episodes I used to get, I would have symptoms of a stroke. If I had that here, I don't know what the heck I would be doing.
Yeah.
Probably just face down on a pillow in a resort somewhere. That would probably be my solution. But it would not be on the Hajong Loop. So I was fully considering, do I just take off to Thailand a few days early and go?
Which is totally like fine if you want to, but I think you're going to love it. Okay, Hajong Loop is basically a trek for 3 nights, 4 days on the back of a motorcycle all day.
Right. I've done so much research on this that I forget that like people don't know what this is.
A lot of
down
people
in my
don't.
head. It's like so
Nobody-
touristy, but who knows? People don't even know anything in Vietnam. So.
I don't think, a lot of people from America knows what it is. Like everyone I've talked to or told my friends, they have no idea.
It's a crazy experience.
But we're literally like riding the coast of China on the back of a motorcycle, or you can drive one, but we're doing like the Easy Rider.
You're definitely doing the Easy Rider. But you were
It's
essentially on the back of a random Vietnamese man's motorcycle, and you were on the edge of a cliff. So you were like trusting him with your life. I'm glad this episode is coming out once I am safe and alive, so my mother does not worry.
Yeah.
I very much downplayed this to my mother. Just fully on the back of this guy's motorcycle, and you don't speak the same language as a man.
Mm-mm.
So you were having an in-depth relationship through Google Translate.
And then like you are like sleeping in the villages when you stop, because you're not going back to like your hotel or anything. You're like making the trek for 4 days. So you stop and you sleep in a village. You eat the local food.
Mhm.
That's what I'm most scared of is the food.
I think the loop will be great. A year ago, I hiked an active volcano and like slept on the side of it.
Yeah, you're just so adventurous. Oh.
I know, but the older I get, the less
No,
I feel like I need to do it. I'm super weird with things like that where I always do those crazy things because I know I won't want to do it when I'm older.
Yeah.
And I think I like
Which
know
makes
that I
sense.
have the, not high maintenance, but I have the, I'm good just sitting at home because I love home,
Mhm.
doing nothing. So I'm like, oh, I got to do this while I'm young. Sometime within the last year, I stopped feeling like I needed to do everything,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird. We could probably talk about that in an episode too. But
Mhm.
you know, I've done a lot. I've swam with sharks. I've jumped out of a plane. I've bungee jumped. I've lived abroad. I've hiked an active volcano. There's really nothing else besides this trip that is kind of like on my list. Like, oh my gosh, I have to do that
Before.
well and young. I have to whatever.
Yeah.
I'm kind of good.
Yeah.
Which is so fortunate and so blessed. And the fact that I'm able to say that is actually insane.
Mm-hmm.
But
I love it. I'm super excited.
I'm excited too now.
Since Asia has been like on my list forever, and yeah, we'll get into this like next week of how I'm feeling about everything. But
Thailand
had a blast.
Yeah. Thailand specifically has been on my list forever. I had a friend in the 4th grade who was from Thailand, and I don't know if he was adopted or what, but it was the first experience I had of another culture, and I've always been fascinated with other cultures. That kind of ignited it at a really young age. I lived in a small town in North Carolina. There was no one from anywhere other than like, yeah, my family's a generation of whatever. Like, there was no culture in small town North Carolina. And I remember just like listening to his stories, even when I was in 4th grade, just being like, oh my gosh, I'm so intrigued by like your stories into cooking and whatever else, and the culture of somewhere that's so foreign to me, especially a girl who like barely left North Carolina.
I'm excited because I didn't know that I would love Vietnam so much. I think I kind of did because I knew it was so different. Like, you don't hear a lot of people going to Vietnam, and those are the places I'm like most excited to travel. It's just like exotic, I don't know, culture shock. Like, it's genuinely a culture shock. But I just love it so much that it makes me so excited for because we're going to Thailand next and Bali. Maybe for you, maybe Bali.
Probably.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm just loving it, and it's like opened my eyes so much. I don't know. I'm just having a great time.
I also have always wanted to adopt a Thai daughter too, and like I sponsor a girl from Compassion, and she's from Thailand, and I just like so have a heart for Thailand. I think a couple years ago, I was kind of scared to go to Thailand because I was like, oh, I feel like there's something for me in Thailand. I don't know if I necessarily feel that anymore, but I guess we'll see. And also Chiang Mai, which is where we're starting, is northern Thailand, and they do a lot of Ayurvedic medicine type of things, and they have like monasteries and whatever else, and I'm so excited for that. I don't really know what we're going to do there, like fine to do there, but I just kind of want to jump at literally anything.
Yeah, I want to learn a lot while we're there, and hopefully take some stuff back and be able to talk about it too. So cool. There's the update.
There is the update.
Yeah.
We haven't killed each other yet. Not even relatively. It's been so sweet.
It's been so sweet. Like, literally, if anything, I'm like, love you even more because you like saved my life.
Thanks. No, literally.
Her like helping me through the whole hospital experience. I can't imagine anyone else. Like, seriously, you and my sister have my life. And then we also have like another friend that oh my god,
going our trip.
When you said a random girl was like coming, I was like, okay, cool, like maybe it will be cool. I don't even have like words. Like, I love her so much. She's the most genuine. Like, I feel like we've been best friends with her forever, and she fits in with us like so well. She's been with us the whole time in Sapa. I hope she continues to travel with us. She also lives in Florida, so like I feel like we're all gonna be best friends.
I just got like, I posted like, hey, does anyone have recs for Southeast Asia? And she swiped up and was like, oh my gosh, I'm going. I was like, what do you mean you're going? Like, when? And she was like, on the 18th. And I was like, shut the front door.
It's been like,
we are going the exact same day.
Yeah.
Literally, the timing of it was perfect. And I'm like, if you want to join, like, I know how solo traveling gets, especially when you like love the Lord too. She's a Christian. I'm like, it can get a little overwhelming and whatever else with not a ton of people in like the solo travel community do love Jesus, and it's a lot of partying and whatever else. And it's like sometimes just nice to be with a group that doesn't necessarily want to do that 24/7.
Yeah.
So it's been so sweet. Like, yesterday we woke up, we started our morning with, we ended the night before just like going around and having the most intentional conversations over a bottle of wine at dinner. And then like woke up the next morning and watched church together and just all talked about it, reflected. And
it's been like such a good mix of like, and intentionality and then like having fun together. I don't know. It's like so crazy.
It's very genuine.
Yes, very authentic and genuine. And I was not expecting that part of it at all.
It's kind of silly to us, and maybe this will change like the more we travel in the trip. But you guys have been with us through the ups and downs of this like post-breakup time, even though I feel like both of us are like fine, but I feel like it still is like a post-breakup season regardless.
Yeah.
We've been so up and down of like, oh, we want to do this. We want to whatever. We want to like travel and have fun and not party, but party a little bit and whatever else, like while we're in Southeast Asia. And we're like, we want to be single so we can like whatever, like while we're in whatever. And I'm like, so if you like thought about him, like if you thought your brain capacity had a man in it, like at all,
like not for a second, which is so nice.
So nice.
It's like, so what I'm not used to. And it's so crazy that I'm 25 years old and like, I feel like truly experiencing like girlhood. Like I've experienced it in capacities, but like being on this trip, even though it's only been a week with like all I feel like my best friends, even though I just met Jordan, but like I truly feel like she's going to be like a lifelong friend. Yeah, I don't know. It's like so changing. And yeah, I haven't even looked at a man or
And that's fully what next week's episode is about to be about, of like, fill your brain with so much, or fill your life with so many things you don't even have capacity for a small-minded man. And I think it's so cool too, because I've kind of been in that place the last month, 2 months, where a guy comes knocking in the door, and if he doesn't, I notice one thing that doesn't line up, and I'm like, oh,
if he is not your husband,
I'm so good. Like,
Yeah.
I am so okay. Like, I know exactly what I want.
Mhm.
Then I'm like, oh, you're great. You're wonderful. But I'm sorry, this isn't going to work out.
Yeah.
I just got to figure out how to communicate that now.
Mhm.
Because I don't know how to communicate that. But I know it. So,
love it.
I have this episode. Sorry, you guys got a lot of this episode.
No, that was a lot.
We're like, ooh, we
Okay.
passed out and we, whatever. Yeah.
on the floor.
Mm.
Anyways, that is us. But yeah, if you like this episode, please leave a review below.
Yeah.
I know if you like never listened to an episode before, it's probably like, what? Like, who are these girls? But
Yeah. This is
go back and listen to some other ones.
Yeah. This is our first like non-topic, literally just catching up.
Yeah.
On the
I feel
life
like it
of
was
us.
needed. Cause I don't know. We've been all over the place.
We have been all over the place, and most of our episodes have been batch recorded, but this was coming out a week after we're recording it. So it is currently the 25th.
Yeah.
The 24th for you guys back at home. We are 11 hours ahead of you guys.
So weird.
Yes.
Everyone's like sleeping at home right now. We're up recording a podcast episode.
Yep. Gotta love it. But thank you guys for tuning in. We will chat with you guys next week. We love you guys.
And let's chat soon.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is sponsored by IQ Bar.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.